You may be preparing for the JN0-364 exam for your service provider routing and switching specialist JNCIS-SP certification. You need a reliable resource with comprehensive exam questions designed to help you achieve outstanding results. In this video, we will explain the JN0-364 exam objectives and share JN0-364 free questions online to help you find a reliable study guide. JN0-364 exam objectives. Juniper JNCIS sulfur monophosphide. JN0-364 exam objectives cover a broad range of enterprise routing and switching topics, with a specific focus on Junos OS. Key areas include protocol-independent routing, static routes, load balancing, and filter-based forwarding. Open shortest path first, OSPF, and iodine monosulfide is. Link state protocols, adjacencies, and database structures. Border Gateway Protocol, BGP, attributes, path selection, and IBGP, EBGP. Layer 2 bridging and VLANs, tagging, IRB interfaces, and provider bridging. Spanning tree protocols, STP, RSTP, MSTP, and VSTP. MPLS, label switching, RSVP, and LDP. IPv6 and tunnels, addressing, GRE, and transition mechanisms. High availability, GRES, NSB, NSR, and VRRP. JN0-364 exam preparation. The most effective and up-to-date JN0-364 practice exam to ensure your success. Your preparation materials should cover all aspects of the JN0-364 exam. This JN0-364 practice test is regularly updated with the most current exam information. Each question is designed to reflect the actual exam format, giving you the confidence and knowledge needed to pass on your first attempt. Key features of JN0-364 exam questions. Latest exam questions. Stay current with the most recent JN0-364 exam content. Expert-created materials. All questions are prepared by certified Juniper professionals. Comprehensive coverage. Complete preparation material for the JNCIS-SP certification. PDF format. Easy to use and accessible study materials. Software engine. Practice questions that mirror the actual exam format. Free updates. 1 year of free updates with JN0-364 practice questions. Detailed explanations for better understanding. Share JN0-364 free questions. With the latest JN0-364 practice questions, you can upgrade your knowledge, enhance your capabilities, and achieve remarkable results. Today, we will share 10 free questions in this video, helping you verify first. What are two types of BGP messages exchanged while in the established state? Choose two. A. Open. B. Request. C. Update. D. Notification. Answer. C. D. Border Gateway Protocol, BGP, message types. Explanation. Once BGP reaches the established state, the session is fully up. Update messages are used to exchange routing information, reachability, and keep alive messages maintain the session. Notification messages are sent if an error occurs, which usually causes the session to close. What happens if an IS-IS router receives a link state PDU with a higher sequence number than the one in its database? A. It ignores the link state PDU. B. It updates its database and floods the link state PDU. C. It sends a CSNP to request confirmation from the source of the link state PDU. D. It resets the adjacency with the source of the link state PDU. Answer: B. Intermediate system to intermediate system, IS-IS, operation. Explanation: IS-IS is a link state protocol. When a router receives an LSP with a higher sequence number, it means the information is newer than what it currently has. The router must update its local link state database, LSDB, and then flood that LSP to its other neighbors to ensure the entire area stays synchronized. You are asked to configure a new network environment that will be based on IPv6 and use OSPF. In this scenario, which two statements correctly identify configuration task considerations? Choose 2. A. Participating interfaces must be configured with both IPv4 and IPv6 protocol families and addresses. B. The router ID used must be based on a 128-bit identifier value. C. The router ID used must be based on a 32-bit identifier value. D. Participating interfaces are only required to be configured with the IPv6 protocol family and address. Answer: C. D. OSPF and IPv6 concepts and functionality explanation. OSPF v3 for IPv6 runs directly over the IPv6 family. Unlike OSPF v2, it does not require an IPv4 address on the interface, D. However, OSPF v3 still uses a 32-bit router ID, C, formatted like an IPv4 address, e.g. 1.1.1.1, for identification purposes. Which IPv6 extension header is used to specify intermediate nodes for a packet's path? A. Hop-by-hop options. B. Routing. C. Fragment. D. Destination options. Answer: B. IPv6 concepts and functionality. Explanation: the routing header is an extension header used to list one or more intermediate nodes that the packet must visit on its way to the final destination. By default, which routing table contains a list of all ingress LSPs? A. INET.2. B. INET.3. C. INET.1. D. INET.0. Answer: B. Multi-protocol label switching, MPLS, terminology and operation. Explanation: in Junos, the INET.3 table is specifically used to store the egress addresses of label switched paths, LSPs. This table is used by BGP to resolve next hops for VPN or Internet traffic over MPLS. Which two events cause a static route to be removed from a routing table? Choose 2. A. The route is manually removed. B. The outbound interface becomes unavailable. C. The route has no traffic for 30 days. D. Hosts 2 hops away become unreachable. Answer: A, B. Protocol-independent routing, static routes. Explanation: a static route stays in the table as long as it is manually configured, A, and the next hop is reachable. If the outbound interface goes down, B, the next hop becomes unreachable, and Junos pulls the route from the active routing table. You are monitoring OSPF on a router and notice frequent state changes between full and down. Which condition would cause this behavior? A. Physical interface flapping. B. Route preference mismatch. C. Area ID mismatch. D. MTU mismatch. Answer: A. OSPF. Troubleshooting. Explanation: if an interface is flapping, going up and down physically, the OSPF adjacency will constantly break and try to re-establish moving between down and full. Which feature allows Junos OS to perform recursive lookups for static route next hops? A. Resolve. B. Discard. C. Reject. D. Next table. Answer: A. Protocol-independent routing, functionality. Explanation: the resolve option allows a static route to use a next hop that is not directly connected. Junos will perform a recursive lookup to find a route to that next hop address. You are the administrator for 2 Junos routers called R1 and R2. These 2 routers are directly connected to each other. These 2 routers run IS-IS and BFD. R1 is configured to send BFD packets every 300 milliseconds. R2 is configured to send BFD packets every 400 milliseconds. In this situation, what is the expected outcome? A. Each router will send BFD packets at the rate that has been locally configured. B. BFD will fail due to the mismatched timers. C. Each router will negotiate to send BFD packets at the slowest of the 2 rates. D. Each router will negotiate to send BFD packets at the fastest of the 2 rates. Answer: C. High availability, bidirectional forwarding detection, BFD. Explanation: BFD is designed to be a negotiated protocol. To ensure stability, 2 neighbors will agree to use the slowest, highest value interval of the 2. Since R2 can only handle 400 milliseconds, R1 will slow down its transmission to match R2. How are routing loops prevented in internal BGP networks? A. Internal BGP routes are never re-advertised to other internal BGP neighbors. B. External BGP routes are never re-advertised to other external BGP neighbors. C. External BGP routes are never re-advertised to other internal BGP neighbors. D. Internal BGP routes are never re-advertised to other external BGP neighbors. Answer: A. BGP, internal and external functionality. Explanation: BGP assumes that all routers within an IS are fully meshed. To prevent loops, the IBGP split horizon rule states that a route learned from an IBGP peer cannot be advertised to another IBGP peer.